You bought a Nifty call option, the market moved up, your direction was right, and you still lost money. This happened to almost every option buyer watching this, and it's not bad luck. It's just not your analysis, and it's just a system designed by the market makers that works against you every single expiry. And today I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So, most retail traders think the market is just buyers and sellers. If you buy options, you're directly buying from a seller, and if you sell options, you're directly um, selling to a buyer that is usually retail. No, that's not the case. There's a third party in every option trade, the market maker. Their job is to provide liquidity, and they take the other side of your trade when no one else will. But here's the part that nobody tells you. Market makers are not charities. They hedge every position. They have to move fast, and they also have one goal: to not lose money. And if they don't lose money, someone else has to lose money, and that someone is usually you. So let's take an example of how the trap is set. In the days before the expiry, the market makers and large players can see where the maximum open interest is setting, and not the delayed one like we retailers, like the real time one. So if you see on the screen right now, you can see the column for the call OI, which is the call open interest, and the put open interest over here. So if you see, Nifty has a tendency, not always, but consistently, to gravitate towards that level at expiry, which has the maximum OI. Why? Because when the options expire worthless, the sellers keep the premium, and the biggest sellers in the market are institutions and market makers themselves. So they have the direct financial incentive to pin the price near the max pin levels. So let's take an example. Nifty is at 24,000. The maximum OI is at 24,000 call option and 24,000 put option. Market makers want Nifty to stay close to 24,000 by 3:30 p.m. Why? Because if the market stays close to 24,000, the premiums expire worthless, and any move up will get sold, any move down will get bought, which will keep the market range bound. There is a second layer to this trap. Before expiry, the implied volatility drops sharply, and that is not random. As the expiry approaches, market makers price in less uncertainty because there is less time for the market to move. So even if the market moves 100 points in your direction, you can still lose almost everything, or your option might just not gain what you expected because the IV fell at the same time. And the move happened, but the option became cheaper while it moved. So this is why experienced traders say that options are priced against you on the expiry day. You are fighting time, you are fighting IV, and you are fighting a market that is being pinned. So that's three whole layers of traps that you have to fight. And that is all by design, by the way. So let's make this concrete with a real example. Suppose Nifty is at 24,000 on the expiry morning. You buy a call option of 24,100, which you buy for 50 rupees. For this option trade to be profitable, the market has to move to 24,100. Only then you can make money. Now Nifty moves to 24,080. By 2 p.m., Nifty is at 24,060. Your option again dropped to about 10. By expiry, it closes at 24,050, and now your option is worthless and goes to basically zero. Nifty moved up 50 points, but you still lost everything. This is the expiry trap. You were right. The market moved your way, and the structure of the game made sure that you would lose anyway. So, how to not get trapped? First, you have to check the max pain before expiry. Is publicly available on NSC website, and most option tools, even your own broker, will provide you the max pain level. If the current price is near the max pain level, avoid buying options unless there is a big news inbound. Second, stop buying options on expiry morning unless you have a very specific fast moving setup. Sell options because selling options is mathematically more likely to be profitable than buying options. Third, if you trade expiry, trade closer to the money and keep your holding time under 30 minutes. The longer you hold, the more the structure works against you. Even 30 minutes is too much. I personally suggest only 15 minutes at max. You don't have to stop trading expiry day. You just have to stop trading like it's a normal day, because it really is not a normal day. And final thing, market makers aren't evil. They are just playing a different game than you are, with better tools, better data, and a structure that is built in their favor. Because market makers literally get rebates from the exchanges. They get paid to just be market making. They get paid to put orders on the market from the exchanges directly. NSE pays market makers like Citadel crores and crores in rebates just because they are providing liquidity to the market. The first step to surviving the expiry day is understanding that game. Next video, I'm going to show you exactly how the institutions use theta to slowly drain retail traders, not just on the expiry day, but every single day you hold an option. If you don't want to miss that, subscribe. It's free and it might just save your trading account.